Welcome to One of Those, a show that explores the art of sneaker culture. I'm your host, Adam Butler, back with another episode. Thank you so kindly for being here. So today we got a special episode for you guys. It's always a special episode. I say that every week because every week is a special episode, but this one is super special. Shout outs to the crew from DADS. They join me today. My boys Braden and Brandon are here to talk about this spectacular brand, talk about fatherhood, and of course talk about sneakers and how it all goes together, man. I'm not going to waste no time. Let's jump right into it. Without further ado, the crew from DADS. Gentlemen, finally, welcome to the show.
We're here.
So let's do it like, let's do it like this, man, because everybody that knows me, that listens to this show, watches this show, know I'm a huge fan of this brand. Okay.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all, man. I mean, and we're going to get into how we met and everything. We're going to get all of that. We're going to talk about all that. But what I do want to do is have you brothers introduce. I don't usually do it like this, but I want you brothers to introduce yourselves to the world because I think you all deserve that shot. So let people know who you are.
Oh, that's love. That's love. So we're two of the six founders of DADS. I'm Braden.
My name is Brandon.
We didn't really plan that, but it kind of worked out that way. Big B, little B.
Yeah, I like that. That's what I'm gonna call y'all.
But yeah, there's six of us. There's six of us. Four of us based here in New Jersey, and two of us are from Ohio. So we're two of the six.
Yeah, man, and you know, I was wondering at first. I was like, "Damn, we get all six on the joint. It was gonna be crazy. We're gonna have a."
You trying to come through like the woo. If we was a person, we would have pulled up.
But no, I'm you know, I was initially attracted to the brand. You know, when I remember it very clearly. Actually, I'd seen it around, but I remember one day I was just scrolling IG and I was like, I showed my wife. I said, "Yo, look at this brand right here, right?" And it was this sweater, it was this junk right here that I got on. I'm very happy to have this one. You know, and I was like, "Yo, those dudes are on to something so like tapping into something really, really dope, which is just the idea of fatherhood. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people I bring on this show that are, you know, obviously we talk about sneakers,
right?
But the thing we have in common is that we're not like 19-year-olds that are into sneakers. Like it's an evolution in it. So what I want to ask you all, and Lil B, I'll start with you. Sorry, I'm not gonna do that. Yo, I'll start with you, man. Just why did you all decide to go with the fatherhood angle, the DADS? Just to kind of explain that to the world.
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, for one, it was kind of an angle that no one really kind of took. We felt that no one really took it, maximized it to the point where it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, it's an easy play, man. Fathers, there's a lot of fathers out here. It's a lot of us out here doing what we got to do, and you know, we just wanted to kind of shed light to that, and you know, give us our flowers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's super important. The flowers piece, Braden. Like, you know, that is a big deal, right? You know, I know you all don't just target the Black community. I know that, right? And that's actually the dope thing I see on you on IG is all sorts of folks wearing your brand. But, you know, when it comes to just our community, fatherhood is one of those things that I think for a while had, you know, the stereotype was that dads weren't around. There weren't, you know, father, you know what I mean? But like now we see there's plenty of Black men that are in their kids' lives that are, you know, not just there just to be there, but they are prevalent, important figures, right? That flower piece, man. Do you find that, you know, that people that when they support the brand, do you think that's part of it? Is like, I want to just represent that. I might not be the most stylish dude in the world, but I want to represent that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think we know the importance, and we're a Black brand first and foremost, right? But we're speaking of our community and other communities, right? It's just the importance of fatherhood, and we know the importance of fathers not only on your specific child's life, but also a larger community. Yeah. So, you know, we want to show love and show positivity around that. You know, we want people to wear our pieces and feel pride in it. And, you know, I think you mentioned how you felt when you saw it and talking to your wife. We received a lot of messages from people hitting us on social or emailing, just appreciating the brand and loving to wear it. You know, feeling like badge of honor. Right. Yeah. And one of the things we came up with is the acronym of "We Are Superheroes Every Day."
Ask you about that. Yeah.
So, you know, put that cape on, like, all right, you know, parents being a parent's a big deal, being a mom's a big deal, and being a dad's a big deal. So we want you to put that cape on and feel good about representing that responsibility of being a parent and being a father.
Yeah, I was going to ask y'all about the wash part. You know what I mean? That's the funniest part, because I got when I wear my
So it was kind of organic, man. Like it's 6 of us, you know, and we a few years back, so we hanging out and we would just call ourselves the Wash Dads, or we would like go to watch the game and like, yo, Wash Dads link up, or go to a little day party, right?
Yeah.
And it just more from there. It's like, oh, I think we have something, right? This is something that we can kind of celebrate. It's funny, we're washed up, but we're not, right? We all came out, we look, we still stylish dudes. We all grew up as sneaker, hip hop, sports, video game kids, right? Now we just have our own children. Yeah. And the analogy that I use is like we like vehicles and cars and we stay up with culture. But to a 19-year-old, you could have your ideal car, 7 Series BMW, you still have a car seat in the back with crackers and a juice box. So you're still gonna be washed to them. Exactly. But it's an honor to be able to have that responsibility. So we just shine a light on it and trying to get that message out of like, we might be washed, but we're really not, and we take a pride in being fathers.
No doubt, no doubt. So let's talk about, because the brand is called Wash Dads, but the thing I like about it is that it looks good, right? Like this is stylish, man. You know what I mean? I hear one of you guys is a huge sneakerhead. You know, I think a
little bit.
I hear you're a sneakerhead, man. Does that when it comes to the designs and things like that, is that something that you put in, any thought you put into, like, yo, this would look good with the bread ones, or this would look good with the Concord 11s, or so forth?
Absolutely. I mean, of course, the sneaker culture is heavy, and we actually definitely want to put pieces together that people who are into it and who just any normal day dad, who you might want some Air Max ones, or you might want some anything light, you know what I mean? Some whatever, some Chucks, or some even the Adidas. You might want those some shell toes on, or some Oswego's or something like that. You know what I mean? And just throw it on with that. So we want to make it kind of more. We wanted to make it as diverse as possible, right? And cover as large of a scale as possible. And of course, when you matching it with, like you said, you got the Amy joints back there with the cream. Just go. You know what I mean? It makes sense. So
I think I might put that together. I think I might do that. That's a good idea. That's why. That's why I rock with y'all. Go ahead, bro.
And I don't think we necessarily like timing up drops. Like, okay, we're looking at the calendar and timing them up, but we know certain colorways, or when the design team is putting these pieces together, in their mind is always kind of what sneaker can go with, right? Even future drops, we like, because one of the things that we try to do is showcase pieces and showcase customers wearing our brand very stylishly, right? Because the messaging, when you're a new brand, a lot of it's messaging and content and showing people what you're about. So some people, when we first started, saw a wash and they were like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll get it for my boyfriend, he could wear it to Walmart. And we were like, no, it's not what it's really about. We want you to dress up. So a lot of the work that we've done and still do with our models and our shoots is putting together whole fits, and the sneakers are a big part of that, for sure.
Yeah, definitely, man. Talk to me about, and even one of you could jump in on this one, man. Talk to me about just the struggle it is to start a clothing brand from the bottom to the top, really, man. I mean, because there's a lot of people out there that start brands up. They come and they go. I know this is going to be around. I see the future in it. I see what's going on. But to get to even where you are now, just talk to me about some of that grind.
It's been a lot of work, man. And I think Bill agreed. We did a lot of groundwork. We got LLC and formed a company in 2019. Right. We started designing in 2019. We didn't drop until Black Friday 2020. So more than a year of just planning, prepping, paperwork, getting your domain, how your website's going to work. So we spent a lot of time up front just doing that groundwork, and I think it's helped us. I think it's helped us.
Absolutely. And another good point, and I'll say this heavily, is the 6 of us. So we have 6 different angles, 6 different people that do something specifically very well, and it all works out. I mean, a lot of guys start brands maybe 1 or 2 or 3. It's tough because you got a lot of things on your plate. I mean, it's easier when you got a machine. The more people that you got working together, the easier it kind of goes. You know what I mean? So
it's probably harder to find 6.
Exactly.
You know, we are all either related or have been friends at a minimum of 20 years.
Right.
So that helps. You know, it's hard. You know, it can be hard to do business with your family, but also, you know, when we come to disagreements or we don't have each other think, or I don't have to trust him, I don't have to worry about, you know what I mean? Is there going to be an issue? Like, I'll be able to figure it out. So a lot of that groundwork that comes from building a business for us is already laid. And to Brandon's point, you have 6 different people with not only who could take a piece of the pie, but have different ideas, right? If the 6 of us like an idea, it's a good chance that most of our customers are going to like it because we have diverse opinions, but we're also willing to speak up and say, you know, adamantly we're with this or we're not. And that just helps us kind of pressure test a lot of designs and stuff before we roll them out.
Yeah, and you know, excuse me, you know, the thing I think about a lot is, you know, I remember Kanye being on Sway in the Morning and trying to explain to Sway, like, I'm not just starting like a t-shirt company. I'm trying to get into it with the brand. And the thing I like about this brand is, you know, the hoodie that I have, this crew neck that I'm wearing, the materials like this, it feels expensive, if I'm being honest with you, right? Like it doesn't feel like, I'm not going to, you know, name a wax store, but you know, you can go somewhere and just get like a little sweatshirt and drink, rip apart like after a couple of days, wash it, shrink, all this and the other. Just talk to me about like the detail that goes into picking the materials to make a quality shirt, hoodie, t-shirt, whatever.
I think it just comes from personal style and personal standards. Yeah. Just from brands that we have worn and wear, right? And just understanding the look and feel that we wanted. I think it also comes from touching it, man. You know, in this world, it's easy. We thought it was gonna be easy to start a brand. You know, we can drop shit, we can send stuff from here, put a logo on it, we good. And then we realize the quality of some of the stuff that's being produced is not where we wanted it to be. Right. So we had to touch a lot of different materials to figure out what we wanted to do, what we wanted to represent, and how we wanted to feel. And it's very, everything we do is very detailed and thought out. You know, we spend a lot of time in the feel of that, which is very heavy and almost like a coat. Versus the one that I have on, which is a little bit lighter, a little bit stretchier. So just giving thought to like how we want the pieces to look and feel. And the other thing too, right? We got a range of sizes, right? We want our 6 run from a medium to a 2X. So I think we represent our consumer very well because it'll be like, okay, how does that logo, can we size it down? How does it look on a smaller versus a bigger piece? So just trying to make sure, you know, some dads are ripped up. Some of us, you know, we got a little bit COVID weight. So just try to make sure everybody fits good and feels good, and the pieces is important.
Yeah, a lot of us dads got COVID weight, bro.
Yeah, man, we working though.
We working though. Look.
Even the fit ones had COVID weight, bro.
Okay. Listen, I'm in this little neighborhood workout challenge, right? Shout out to my people on the block doing this neighborhood workout challenge, man. So we working hard every single day. And I'm scoring 98. 98 is the peak you can get. Every day I'm getting 98 points. And I still can't get rid of this little. Okay.
We was talking about that earlier. That older you get, you used to have this.
He was just having this.
You had your 3-week get right plan.
Yeah.
I think about a 99-day get right plan.
Yeah.
You gotta give yourself more time, bro.
Bro, about working out all day. I'm working out after this interview. It ain't none of that.
It's important though. It's important. I think as we get older as men, right? All races and black men, but it's important that health piece, right? We want to be around. It's a lot more options. We know a lot more about health. So I think it's just important to find that time. We were talking about before we started about being busy and just carving out time. If it's 30 minutes, you know what I mean, a few days a week. Yeah. So
and the main, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
And the main thing too is always don't look at it as a physical result as far as visually. You know what I'm saying? Also, it's about your internal health. You know what I'm saying? Work out so you can be around
for sure.
Not to look like, you know,
have a straight 8-pack.
Dwayne Johnson. You know what I mean? That's really the key, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the things that they have to do to get to look like that are ridiculous. I remember,
Yeah, they got 24-hour trainers.
Okay,
like
chefs.
Yeah, I remember Hugh Jackman saying, you know, it was cool playing Wolverine, but I cannot do that workout plan anymore. Like,
anyone that's having a normal everyday routine to get to that physical peak, you either have to have genetically have that a part of your regimen, and you got to be, like you said, like Dwayne Johnson. You got to be on a regimen, a very strict diet, strict regimen, and it's hard, bro. When you got kids and you got to move around out here.
It's just like bad fit. We go.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was gonna say. That's what I like about this brand. That's what I love about this brand, because let's just be honest, fatherhood across the board is just not something that's just celebrated often. You know,
we got our day. You got Father's Day. You got
Father's Day. Father's Day straight. You know what I mean? But it ain't Mama's Day. But you know what I mean? But they deserve that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I just think, like the idea of celebrating. I love seeing your stories throughout the day, your timeline, because you're celebrating fatherhood. And we were talking off mic earlier about like needing to, taking time out for vacation, time out for yourself. And I think that this brand really just embodies that. Is that something that you all, think about when you're going into a design, when it's the art piece of it? Like, yo, this is something that, like, I want this dude to be able to wear this out at the club, out at the bar, whatever, and look good and feel good.
It's funny you said it, because that was the exact angle that we're going with. I mean, I'm sure you see it sometimes in the stories, and one of our good brothers that's part of, one of the owners, one of the co-founders, he's heavy on the social media aspect of it. He kind of right to that, wearing in different settings. And what dad brand, you can wear in a club, or you can wear it to your kid's game, or you can wear it. It's a wide range of what you can do with it. And hopefully we continue to, not hopefully, we will continue to, broaden that horizon as much as possible. And get a little bit more creative with it, you know what I mean, and take it to another level. So I mean, we just hopefully we try to make it as diverse as we can.
Yeah,
for sure.
We wanted to, and again, we have more ideas than we have executed. Right, it's just a matter of time and resources. But the goal is to hopefully have something for everybody. Not all dads are the same. We're not all from the same place. Our fashion sense is slightly different. Right, we like different fits of clothes. So we want to be able to have T-shirts that you could wear to your kid's basketball game. From there, everything to a 5-star dinner with your family, right? Celebrating the anniversary or whatever. And we've seen everything in between. Like B said, what dad brand in the VIP section of a lounge, right? It's like bottles coming out. There's wash dads in there, like nobody's doing that. You know what I'm saying? They're wearing it. They're wearing it as if they would wear a Mary, or they would wear Balenciaga or Kith or Supreme. So just for people to be laying out outfits with a dad brand kind of blows our mind sometimes.
It's incredible, bro. It's incredible. And I mentioned at the top that we are all of a certain age, right? I'm sure we range in age, but we're all like, none of us are like 18, 17, 18, 19 years old. Like, so our style kind of evolves. And what I like about this is like grown chic. So this is where the sneaker part kind of gets into it. Where I'll finally ask a sneaker question. When you look at sneaker culture and you look at like fashion culture, streetwear culture, because I kind of put you all, I don't mean to box you all in, but I feel like you all are like high-end streetwear culture when I think about the type of stuff that you all putting together. Tell me about, like, have you seen like an evolution in streetwear and sneaker culture? Because even when I say streetwear culture, just to add to this question, a lot of people think of streetwear culture and it's like literally like just like stuff you just wear out in the street. It's not, you can't dress it up. You seen like an evolution in sneaker culture and streetwear culture?
Absolutely.
I'll take the streetwear. I'll give you the sneaker wear.
Okay.
So the fact that my wife used to work at Neiman Marcus, right?
Okay.
And so the fact that now all of these high-end fashion houses, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Prada, they're all coming down market and doing collabs with streetwear brands.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right? That Supreme LV drop from a few years ago is like one of the hottest things ever.
Yeah.
So what was typically either in our communities like hip hop kids, right? Or maybe it's some other communities, skateboard kids,
right?
That has now grown to be high fashion, and you will spend more money on, say, a Supreme piece after retail, a Kith piece, than you will potentially on maybe a Gucci sweatshirt, right? And even the designs and the look of a lot of these fashion houses have come down to meet and look and feel like streetwear. So right now, from a fashion sense, streetwear is it. And I think the fact that, the pandemic probably helped with it some, we're just more casual, right? Like, I think about the guys who sell suits for a living in Nordstrom's, right? It's got to be tough because even if you're in banking, you don't have to wear a suit anymore. So everybody's more casual. And with that, like, I think it just helped explode kind of streetwear as a whole.
For sure.
And to piggyback on the sneaker and on the sneaker culture and the sneaker head culture, if you look at it, like all the major sneaker companies, Nike, Reebok with Pierre Moss, Nike with Fear of God, and Travis Scott, and of course
all of Virgil,
Virgil, and just seeing how they've expanded that network to the point where, like, if you got a hot street company or hot streetwear or hot street line, you definitely liable to get a collab with one of these companies. Right. I mean, they're looking for you. Right. As opposed to, I remember when I grew up, it was maybe one or two that I could think of that was really collabing with a Nike or a Reebok or any of these guys. So I mean, it's like
it's corporate clout.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You're cool because you tied to them.
You tied to Jeremy.
I'm gonna give
Jeremy Lorenzo.
I'm gonna give my guy Joe Freshgoods some love.
Joe Freshgoods.
Shouts to Joe Freshgoods, man. I need to cop like 2-3 of his joints.
He's killing.
And you know, I've had a couple people on the show and we've talked about that, right? Like the evolution again of sneaker culture, where when we were younger, the collab you were looking for is, Penny got a new sneaker.
Right.
Vince Carter got a new sneaker.
Yeah.
Now it's gone beyond even. Then it kind of turned into what rapper or celebrity can we collab with? Now, like you all are saying, it's not just the celebrity, it's the what fashion house can we collab with? What brand can we collab with? Yeah, it's a J, but we want that branded J. We want that branded New Balance. We want that branded Adidas, Air Max, whatever. So so listen, let me ask you all then. Is that something that you want to be, is that in the future for you guys? You know what I mean? Can we see, would the goal be a Wash Dads collab with name that brand?
For sure,
absolutely,
for sure. I think one thing we always talk about is timing.
Yeah.
Right. And we're not rushing to nothing. Right. Sure. We're trying to build it brick by brick organically.
Yeah.
And everything that we do. Just when we talk about longevity, right? We want to build this thing to be Ralph Lauren or Polo, where we wore that and still can wear that, and it's just there.
Yeah.
But I think it would be amazing and something that we put out in the universe and look to manifest on one day. And I think it has to be the right collab, right? It has to be organic. Even on our page, right? You'll see some serious and some even joking posts, right? Because we always try to keep humor with it. So we'll do like some funny things around different collabs, but sneakers are always in there for sure. And I'm not gonna say no brands, but I think there's a lot of things could make sense for us just based upon that dad angle, but still keeping it fly.
Sure. 2 questions before. Oh, sorry. Go for it, bro. What you say?
No. I was just piggybacking off of bro and just saying we definitely not closing no doors. Yeah. It has to make sense as well. I mean, we can't. If it doesn't look to what we're
not something we will wear. We're not.
Yep, that's a smart answer, by the way. That's a really smart answer. 2 questions for y'all before I let you go, and I really appreciate you guys' time, man. You all have done a good job from what I've seen with connecting with both the community. You all will feature whoever wears your brand, and I think I really like looking at the story because sometimes it's just like literally a dude with a fishing rod out fishing with a wash dad, and then it's dude like up in the club looking like okay.
Yeah. It blows our mind. Right? You got on waders on a boat with a wash dads. Wearing a horse.
You might see somebody in Eugene, Oregon, and then you might see somebody in Chicago.
But talk to me about how important, or how is it important, I should ask, to collab with people who have a following and can really advance the brand just as far as getting eyes on it. Is that something you all think about? I know there's a few people you've worked with. I've seen it, but how important is that?
I think it's interesting, right? Because that's the time we're in.
Yeah.
Right? We talk about the collab. Everything's a connection, right?
Yeah.
And for us, the connection has to be mutually beneficial, right? We're not trying to coattail anybody.
Right.
So we want to bring something to somebody who we partner with and make it a partnership, and hopefully a long-lasting partnership. So I think we have and will explore organic partnerships, but we also we're not spamming a celeb's DM trying to get them to watch dads, right? Yeah. Like I think what helps us is we are a dad brand, so it's an immediate point of connection.
Right.
You're a real one. You're a father. You typically connect with it.
Yeah.
And you've seen, there's been a number of athletes who will wear it. That's all organic love, right?
Yeah.
So I think we're definitely open and excited about partnerships, especially when you think about some of the the platforms where we aren't as heavy on. You think about the TikTok, right? Like Brandon's not dancing yet. Brandon, they put his gators on yet.
Hey, baby. Yeah.
But there's a lot of dads who are killing it on TikTok. So that only makes sense. Whereas we kind of move to other platforms to maybe partner with somebody who gets it, we get with them, we can find a way to be mutually beneficial to kind of advance both brands.
Beautiful, man. Yeah, I think that's super duper dope, man. And again, I see it. I think you all balance it very well, because again, you're connecting with just everyday people that are rocking it, because again, the brand is Wash Dads, but it's super fashionable. So you all are making sure that people get their eyes on it, man. I really think it's cool. Last question I got for you guys before I let you go, man, is what's next, man? What's next for the brand? What can we look for in for the rest of 2022 and 2023? You don't got to spill all the beans, you know what I mean? But let the people know what you can.
Don't get us in trouble. We're gonna get phone calls after this, like, bro, you wasn't about to say that.
Right.
So we have our 2022 calendar mapped out. Again, right now we're keeping it organic, man. We got a bunch of fire tees ready for the summer. A couple different options, some slightly different things, whether it's just more traditional tees versus some graphic tees, and getting a little bit more creative there. I think when we get into the fall, we had a hockey jersey release that did really well. So
fire.
I'm not saying there might be a different colorway. We might go home versus road. We're all sports guys, right? We're all former athletes. So we always have that like sports angle, like, oh, this colorway could be, might be home versus away. Yeah. And I think one of the things we've been talking about for a while that we really want to get off is these like varsity jackets. You know what I mean? Just like, it just fits. It fits. Like
coaching jacket.
Coaching in the fall, and then maybe go like a heavy
varsity in the winter.
Good leather. You know what I mean? Just a staple piece that you can just have forever. And it'll wear well, right? So even if it gets a little beat up, it's still gonna be washed. So and I think we're gonna try to do a couple other things outside of this clothes, right? We want people want to rep the brand, they want to rep their fatherhood. So just thinking about other things that, if you think about mugs or other collectibles that people can have, just to kind of show off even outside of the clothing pieces.
Yeah. Can't wait, man. That varsity jacket got me excited, bro. I was looking for waddle already. Like,
you can talk about this for a while. For a while. And the thing that I think is interesting, that people, before we started, we didn't really know, like, it takes time to get it right. And for us, one of the things I did want to mention that you brought up is we're very conscious of the price point, right? We're more expensive than other brands, right? But we try to, hopefully people feel value for that, right? When you talk about the quality. So it's like you could pay the money, but hopefully you'll have it for a very, very long time. Right. But we've been very conscious of not trying to outprice our customer, because at the end of the day, we're a dad brand, right? We're for dope dads who want to celebrate fatherhood. So I don't think we'll ever get to the point where it's like, a super exclusive 20-piece drop. You got to be online. People getting boxed. Like, sneaker culture, we've experienced all that, and a lot of times it doesn't leave a good feeling to the end customer. Right. So we wanted to be hopefully a valued price point for a lot of people, and so we're thinking about something like a varsity jacket. It gets tough because the one that we want to make might be an $800 piece retail. But how can we get that down without really cutting corners? So it just takes time to put some of the things together.
Well, I appreciate the care that you put into that, man, because that's what's important, you know what I mean? And that's why the brand works. And, for full transparency, I reached out to these brothers because again, I'm a big fan of this brand. I'm so happy to have you all on the show, man. Brandon, Braden, you guys are super cool. Let's do it again.
Yes, sir.
Definitely do it again. Listen, and for the audience at home, y'all know this ain't the last time y'all gonna see Wash Dads on this show. I mean, I rock the stuff, you know what I mean? So I got to do it because I love the brand.
Next time we'll switch out some of the other brothers, so you get a vibe, or we
have a rotation.
We coming to DC with all 6, and we just going to take
come to DC. You come up in the studio, and we'll just rap, man. For real.
Yeah,
real, man.
Yeah. It's a short ride for us, so we'll be happy to do it.
Nah, man. But seriously, I wanna give you your flowers before you even, you know what I mean, like early. Give them to you early, man. You guys are doing dope things. I love the messaging, man. I'm a full supporter of. You got the support of What Are Those, and the Butler did it, and everything I represent, man.
That.
Yeah, you guys keep doing it, keep moving forward, man. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, brother. Have a good one.
Yeah, big shout outs to Wash Dads. Big shout outs to you for tuning in, man. Listen, follow them. Get you some of this gear, man. I'm telling you, I am in love with this brand, man. It's super duper dope. I endorse it. What Are Those endorses it, okay? Get you some of this, all right? In the meantime, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to follow me, MSR_Adam, MSR_Adam, for all updates on the show, all updates on what's going on with me, and a little bit of heat checks and sneaker looks, all sorts of stuff. It's all on my social. The link tree is there. You can follow me. Take care of yourselves, all right? Mind your mental health. Please remember to mind your mental health. Mind your physical health, okay? And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, please continue. Be great.